For sure.
So it's a hit show celebrating 450 episodes of Catching Bad Guys and just got renewed for the 21st season.
We're very happy to have this morning Gary Cole and Brian Dietzen, stars of CBS's NCIS, joining us to talk about the milestone episode. Gary, it looks like it's just you with us. Good morning, sir.
What happened to Brian?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm here too, I promise. I'm still here as
He's
well.
there, he's there.
There we go.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Hi, guys.
He's stuck in the back door.
Yeah. Well, first of all, congratulations, guys, on the success of the show. Gary, I want to start with you. You joined the show after it had been established. What was that like for you to to get into the fold?
Well, I've kind of been used to, kind of dropping into, other people's living rooms, or sets or turfs or whatever you want to call it. This was a pretty extraordinary circumstance to walk into something that's been up and running for 19 years.
Yeah.
When I joined it, and you can feel it. It's close. It's a close-knit set. There's almost like ghosts running around on some of these sets on the studio. But it was wonderful, and I immediately felt at home. It didn't take me long, It was a couple of days worth of being there, and you could just feel, not just from the cast, but from the crew itself, how long they've been doing this and how much pride they take.
How cool.
Go work.
That's awesome.
Brian, you've been around since the first season, and I know that you were one of the writers for last week's episode. How much are you pouring into, going into the 21st season now?
Oh, I'm really looking forward to it. And that's been one of the great things that I think has kept this show going and thriving, and we've been enjoying telling new stories, is that in addition to, I've had an opportunity to write a few times on this show. Rocky Carroll, who plays Director Vance, directs many of our episodes. He's actually directing the episode we're filming right now. And Deanna Riesenover, who plays Casey Hines, has actually been writing as well. So it's been a very fun artistic journey for all of us to keep going and explore new things, not just with our characters, but also with other facets of our career. So
nice.
It's been a joy.
So you mentioned that you've done some writing on the show, 450 episodes. You guys have covered a lot of ground. What's it like coming up with this? Because you guys always have fresh storylines. Right. What's it like coming up with all that new material?
Well, thankfully, it's not just me and Gary doing this. Because I think we would.
First of all, yeah.
I wait
for the script to come down from above.
But we ask ourselves that a little bit too, because after 450 episodes, we have this very talented group of writers currently. Well, we've had for the last 2 decades, and while the faces have changed a little bit, that constant quality of storytelling has remained the same, and I think it's because they focus so much on our characters. There's only so many stories you can tell about a murder or a kidnapping or something like that. So it really does focus on the family and the characters that we built together within these the orange walls of NCIS, and that's what's kept us going.
Before we go, Gary, I have to ask you, how often do people come up to you and say, "I'm going to need you to go ahead and work this weekend"? Great, thanks.
Well, as it would be the circumstance, the writers were actually able to incorporate a little bit of that into NCIS as kind of a flashback. Yeah. Somebody mentioned GPS reports, and Parker kind of paused, confused, and can't remember where he heard that from, but it was probably an old habit. So
that is awesome.
It still happens, which is the power of the media.
Yeah.
It's still.
Well, guys, congratulations. Episode 450 airing Monday, February 27th at 8 o'clock on CBS. Thanks again, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.